Hello my friends, Late Boy Scout here for another episode of Trail Gems. Behind you, you see a beautiful canyon. I hiked this canyon not too long ago. It was very cold at the time, not very cold, but it was cold at the time. And in order to preserve the battery life of my camera, between takes, between shots, I would take it off of my camera and put it in the front pocket of the shirt that I was wearing. Now, this seemed like a good strategy because it would keep the battery warm, thus prolonging the life of the battery for the duration of that hike. However, the battery was not secured well enough in that pocket, and I didn't realize this at the time. As I was coming back down the trail from that beautiful hike, I had to stop a moment because I saw an opportunity for a great photograph. I had to step down a little ways into a ravine in order to get a great shot of this snowy creek that was winding up and up towards the mountain. So I took that shot, put my still camera back in my pocket, and headed back down the trail. When I got back to my car, and actually when I got home, I realized that my battery was nowhere to be found. The battery to my video camera, couldn't find it anywhere. So I went back that night to the trailhead parking lot. I looked everywhere I could think of. I looked where my car had been parked. I thought maybe it fell out of my pocket when I was getting into the car. Used my flashlight and looked everywhere, all around on the ground. Couldn't find it anywhere. I racked my brain. Where could that battery be? I can't not have a battery for my video camera. It's going to be useless. To replace it could be as much as $100. No way, I don't want to do that for a perfectly good battery. Everywhere I looked, everywhere I thought to look, the battery wasn't there. So I slept on it, thought about where my battery might be as I was sleeping. In the morning, it hit me. My battery must have fallen out when I went down into that ravine to take that beautiful picture. So the next day, I came back up to the trailhead, I started up the trail, found that ravine, looked down inside the ravine, and sure enough, there in the snow was my battery. It was a little wet, the copper connections were a little bit corroded, but I brought it home, I dried it out, I stuck it in a bag of rice because somebody told me that rice will absorb all the moisture out of electronics like that when they get wet. I thought I'd give it a try. After a day or so of letting it dry out, I plugged it back into the camera and it charged up like that. The battery was perfectly fine. And that is why I'm recording this video right now, because I've got the battery. So there's a little trail gem story for you of how I lost the battery to my camera and found it again. I love happy endings. I'm the Late Boy Scout. Thanks for watching.